Welcome, everyone. You're tuned into the ultimate destination for all things lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. I'm Jumanita Swain, and you're watching What's Trending, the show where we bring you the latest trends, hottest news, and insider tips on living your best life. Whether you're here for fashion, food, fitness, or the latest buzz from social media, we've got you covered. Let's dive in. This news may appeal to Samsung smartphone users. Apparently, the company plans to inject additional artificial intelligence into its lineup of Galaxy smartphones. On Wednesday, 3 Galaxy S25 models were unveiled in San Jose, California, as the second generation to be designed for the AI age. Last September, market leader Apple joined the craze with the release of its iPhone 16. While much of the hardware on the Galaxy S25 remains the same as the previous model, exceptions include a faster chip and a more powerful ultra-wide lens on the camera. At this point, Samsung is focusing its Galaxy S25 model to be an AI companion capable of pulling more requests out for conversations, learning people's routines, and anticipating people's needs, also performing more technological tricks. Well, the 2025 Oscar nominations are out. Making the announcement today were Bowen Yang and Rachel Sennott. The biggest films of the year were recognized. Emilia Perez leads the pack with 13 nominations, while The Brutalist and Wicked earned 10 nominations each. The announcement was delayed to those wildfires that swept across Los Angeles 2 weeks ago, forcing the Academy to reschedule the January 17th announcement to today. The Academy has also opted to cancel the annual nominees luncheon that was scheduled for February. Conan O'Brien is hosting the 2025 Oscars ceremony set for March 2nd. Lastly, it seems Meta will be, or rather is willing to put its money where its mouth is in a bid to attract popular creators in the United States who joined Facebook and Instagram. Up to $5,000 is being offered to those joining from third-party social apps and will get cash based on the evaluation of their social presence. Meta points out that it's on its website that those accepted into the so-called Breakthrough Bonus program will be paid the money during the first 90 months or 90 days on the app, so long as they post regularly. As for what's coming up in today's show, we take a look into the benefits and possible effects AI can have in our classrooms. And we're not letting you give up on those New Year's resolutions. Here are some suggestions to help you along the way. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, and the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute signed an MOU to launch the Agriculture and Marine Cadet Program, preparing senior high students for careers in these fields.
Students will have the opportunity to participate in workshops, field trips, and internships with local farmers and fishermen and conservation organizations. These experiences will bridge the gap between classroom learning and real-world application.
Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin was also on hand for the signing and expresses excitement for this initiative.
We in the Ministry of Education are very gratified at this initiative today because this creates another opportunity for core groupings of young people to pursue areas of their passion. And not just an area of their passion, but one that is so germane to our own collective pursuit and sustainability as a people.
Senior Education Officer Patrice Green and Program Coordinator Romeo Josie emphasizes the importance of this program.
This program is very important for national development of our country. And the Ministry of Education, we want to be one of those persons who are really grounded in ensuring that our country at large can produce food for the citizenry.
This is an opportunity for those coming behind us to get into those areas, to be able to get in those places as the human resource needed to ensure that the industries expand and grow. And hopefully one day through this cadet program, we can see the Bahamas go from being an importer to world leading in exporting our produce.
The A&M Cadets program operates under a career and technical education model, blending academic and technical training with industry-specific criteria. The program will be rolled out on a number of islands like Cat Island, Long Island, Exuma, North Andros, South Andros, New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot or a game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2 enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners. Thanks for staying with us. As artificial intelligence continues to infiltrate classrooms around the globe, educators and policymakers are grappling with the delicate balance between automation and human agency in learning. While AI promises to revolutionize education with personalized, data-driven insights and efficient administrative tools, concerns are growing about its potential to diminish the role of teachers and undermine students' autonomy. Experts argue that while AI can enhance educational experiences, it must be carefully integrated to ensure that students and educators retain control over the learning process, preserving critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence in an increasingly automated world. As the United Nations recognizes Friday, January 24th as the International Day of Education, we have in studio Samantha Wilson, Senior Education Officer at the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, to educate us more on the topic, AI and Education, Human Agency in an Automated World. Welcome to the show, Samantha.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for being here. Well, I know you would have spearheaded the virtual school for the Bahamas, so tell us, do you see AI enhancing or hindering human agency in education today?
Oh, definitely. I see it enhancing, actually enhancing all aspects of life. You know, you would have mentioned earlier that with it definitely comes their risk. But let me ask you a question first. You know that AI, of course, the introduction of AI is causing a bit of a disruption. You said that. Do you know the technology tool that was introduced many years ago that caused about the same amount of disruption to education? Make a guess. It's a technology tool. Actually, persons are still arguing about its use in education today.
Would that be the internet?
No.
No.
One more guess.
Tablets?
The calculator.
The calculator, interesting.
That's right. Once the handheld calculator was introduced into education, there was this big uproar, of course, in the education field and academics, wondering, oh my goodness, it's going to make the children lazy. They won't learn to add. They won't learn their multiplication tables. And even today, there are still arguments in the academic world about when to introduce students to calculators. So here we are at the
juncture with AI.
Exactly, with AI, trying to understand, oh, now the students will be lazy. But we know, well, those of us who keep up with AI development, that AI will eventually be considered a general purpose technology where it's used in just about every industry.
Because as we talked about earlier, even the smartphones, Apple introduced its iPhone 16 last year with the AI component, and now we see Samsung also moving in that same direction. So then talk to us, in your opinion, what are some of the most significant benefits and risk of integrating AI into our educational systems?
So right now, I guess it's going on to 2 years really. From the introduction, once OpenAI opened and made ChatGPT available, we started the education process in terms of getting teachers, making teachers aware of the tool. But we started off showing, of course, its possibilities, its capabilities, that is, and then showing how it can assist them with work, especially the things that we don't like doing. Anyone could write the lesson plan for me, but I could go in the classroom with the students, right? So showing how AI can generate lesson plans, forecast notes, give you just these really creative ideas, and all you have to do is just execute. One of the things too that we talk about, the benefits of AI for teacher use, is now really being able to pay attention to that customization and personalization of learning. For example, you might sit down like, oh, I have a class full of, let's say maybe 20 students inside the class, 25 students in the class, 5 of them like this, 5 of them like that, 5 of them. To sit down and try to create activities that will meet their interests. Prior to AI, that was a good 2 weekends, right? But now you put that inside the system, you let it know, and then it shoots out all of these excellent ideas that you can use. Some of the things I would tell teachers now, just don't take the activities. Make sure let the AI know what you have in your class and say, I want an awesome lesson and all I have is pencil and paper. Because, we get kind of frustrated when we find really good lesson plans and like, okay, where could I find that material? We can't even find that. And AI is able to make that adjustment. And just where you don't have to spend all of that time really on planning, preparation, even creating assessments or whatever. And, for teachers, that's our homework. We don't have to spend time on homework very long, and then we execute into the classroom. It's usually a joy too, because the students be like, oh, this is new. Yeah,
we all like
it.
So obviously there are a lot of benefits, but what are some of the challenges or drawbacks that you could foresee?
So of course, there's always this, you have the first thing that comes to mind is of course the cheating. Students will just go in there, plug their questions into AI. And mind you, we see students in a virtual school, but they submit their assignments. It still has the asterisks, the asterisks that will be copy and paste, and that be, remember to delete at least if you're gonna use it for an assignment. But one of the things too, definitely education, getting students to understand, but when we consider the conversation about governing AI, we also have to look at enforcing the current policies. We have policies against cheating. We have policies against plagiarism. It doesn't matter if you cheat with AI or if you cheat with the answer in the palm of your hand in exam, it's cheating. And so when we push and make sure enforce the regular policies, then too they'll understand that this new technology that's so accessible also applies to it. So definitely we have those risks. When we meet with students, I like to ask the question, would you rather AI just give you the answers or make you smarter? And usually,
some people will say, just give me the answers.
Well, they say it depends on the situation. They'll say it depends on the situation. But most students that we've done that survey says, I want it to help me to be smarter.
Well, that's good.
And so, of course, for us in education, policymakers, curriculum development, when we realize, like, oh, geez, the curriculum now, as it sets, the students could just ask those questions and come back. Then we have to consider what's really important, what it is, the skills, the knowledge, understandings that they need to have. Is it just knowledge-based recall? Because as you know, you mentioned UNESCO earlier, they developed the some AI competencies for teachers and for students. So we're even looking at AI skills and being able to use AI ethically, but as well as to get the value from it and definitely drive the AI development because of the human needs.
Well, obviously, this is, of course, something that will be discussed even more as we fine-tune the best ways that we can apply it to our environments, not only here in the Bahamas, but obviously across the globe. So I thank you again for joining us on What's Trending and sharing with us so much interesting aspects of AI and automation and education and seeing where we fall into the category. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you, too.
Well, you've been watching What's Trending. So much more after the break. Stay with us.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Strike and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation? You mean the Ministry of Tourism? No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what I say, mate? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do? What does do? Hey, check the website, one.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot or a game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch What's Trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners. You're still holding on to those New Year's resolutions, or maybe you need to restart. Don't worry, I've got a few suggestions that may keep you in pace throughout the remainder of this year. Well, who doesn't love heading to the spa? Well, it's time to treat yourself. It's something you can do quarterly or as you see fit. With a number of services available, we know massages reduces stress and boosts serotonin levels. Well, this new resolution is even easier to keep, especially if you have a significant other. Make time for cuddling. This may mean simply reevaluating intimacy and the time spent in the arms of your loved ones. Cuddling is one way experts say you can feel more connected to your partner and reduce stress while boosting oxytocin levels. Well, this one is no surprise. You need to hydrate. This is key when you get 6 or less hours of sleep. On those days to beat dehydration, just down a few more glasses of water. While some people may not be too fond of this next suggestion, it's worth implementing, and that is therapy. What better time now than to unpack your mental health? Some services are free, so maybe reach out to your local healthcare provider to see what's available to you. And while some of us work out to music, how about considering an audiobook? Some experts say those gym goers who opted for an audiobook worked out 51% more than those who did not. With a 30-day free trial, why not give Audible a try and start with a thriller to get your heart rate up? Well, explore new hobbies. With so much around town to do, there is no need to be bored. Pick up tennis, maybe learn how to paint or garden. Just add new hobbies to your life. And something else to add to your list could be giving yourself a new look. A simple haircut or wardrobe adjustment could put you, or rather put that pep in your step that you need. And this can't be overstated enough. Invest in your skincare routine. Look for products that will replenish your skin by making it look more hydrated, healthy, and of course, glowing. And maybe consider boosting those steps by walking more. Even with a fitness routine, additional steps encourages all of us to move as much as possible, even in a low-impact way. And I think I can relate to this next suggestion. Creating a budget you can stick to. Carve out the right plan if you want to save money. Maybe a budgeting app that can help you make the necessary changes as painless as possible. Well, I hope these suggestions help you to stick to your New Year's resolutions, because they have surely helped me out. You are watching What's Trending. There's so much more after the break.
Diet-friendly special.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
What? You don't know who TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation? You mean the Ministry of Tourism? No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do? What does do? Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
Well, today marks an important celebration for something we often take for granted: our handwriting. January 23rd is recognized as Handwriting Day, a day to honor the art and importance of putting pen to paper. Established in 1977 by the Writing Instrument Manufacturers Association, the day highlights the skill and tradition of handwritten communication in a world dominated by digital devices. Now, while we live in a digital age where typing has become the norm, experts say there are still many benefits to putting pen to paper. Handwriting, they say, can enhance learning, improve memory retention, and even boost creativity. Not to mention, there's a certain personal touch that a handwritten note provides, something that can't quite be captured through a text or email. Many young adults are rediscovering the joy of writing handwritten letters, keeping journals, or simply taking a moment to write down their thoughts. Whether it's a quick note to a friend or a heartfelt letter, handwritten words have a lasting impact. As Handwriting Day comes to an end, I hope you continue to inspire reflection on how we communicate. I also encourage you to put down your phones, pick up a pen, and take a few minutes to write something by hand today. Well, stay with us. There's so much more after the break.
Today, we had the culmination of the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative in a press conference. We were here to celebrate 83 women who were awarded grant funding up to $10,000 each. Those 83 recipients totaling a grant funding over $600,000 for their concept, their business, whether it is starting or it is expanding. And so we've had recipients across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and many of the family islands. And so we were excited to celebrate them. We were honored to have members of our SBDC team, members of the board, particularly and most special honored guest, Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, who made sure that it was a priority within her schedule to celebrate with us and all of the grant recipients here today.
To learn more about the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative, visit our website or contact us at 461-7232. And remember, empowered women empower women.
Diet-friendly special.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot or a game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo Street Side Pizzeria.
2 enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. A huge thank you to our incredible guests for sharing their insights and stories with us. As always, we will be back on Monday at 6 p.m. with more exciting guests, thought-provoking conversations, and a lot of laughs, only on the ZNS Network. See you later.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Local government elections wrap up as polls close at 6 p.m. The results are in sight. Plus, candidates campaign hard in a final push for voter support across the islands. And a closer look at how the election process unfolded in Abaco and Bimini.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Stage is set for the local government elections, and tonight ZNS Northern Service brings you comprehensive team coverage across Grand Bahama. Good evening, I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Throughout the day, reporters have been stationed at various polling divisions, capturing the action as residents cast their votes. For weeks, candidates have been actively campaigning, meeting with constituents, and presenting their plans for their communities. Now, after a long day of voting, the polls officially close at 6 o'clock p.m. We begin our team coverage in the island's largest settlement, boasting 4 townships, the Western District. That is where we find our Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Raven, the day has finally arrived for residents of West Grand Bahama to cast their vote for the candidate they believe will best serve their community. I'm here at 8 Mile Rock High School, where polling division numbers 12, 13, and 14 are located. The day started off relatively quiet, but as time passed, voter turnout began to pick up steadily.
These persons, once elected, are closest to the populace. They live in the community, they work in the community, they know what needs to be done in the community.
A very important day again. Residents have an opportunity to come out and exercise their democratic right and choose persons to represent them from the various community in West Grand Bahama.
I would like to see for this community in which I live that this time around it'll be different, that people was able over the past 3 years to get a better understanding of what local government is really about and things that they can get done for this community if we just work together.
Everything from this morning has been going smoothly. People been coming in and everything was running great.
Many residents have discussed the original purpose of local government, which is to oversee the maintenance of communities, parks, and the overall management of the city. However, Cecil J. Thompson, a consultant for the Parliamentary Registry Department, explains how the election in West Grand Bahama differs significantly from the one in Freeport.
West Grand Bahama is divided into township. For example, you have 3 polling divisions in Western Primary School, and you can't just go and vote anywhere. You have to vote based on where you're registered for.
ZNS News also speaking with 2 candidates who are confident that they will be the people's choice to represent one of the townships in the West.
We need to put some more bus stop in place. We need to get more street lights, even though we have street lights. We need some more in the community.
Me, myself, I've lost like 2 vehicles to bushfire and almost lost my house about 3 times. So I think we need someone who is very conscious of those kind of issues and who will speak to those issues being addressed.
With West Grand Bahama being the largest constituency, anticipation is high over who will lead the way forward. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Back to you at the desk, Raven.
Thanks, Jolanda. Well, out of the West, we head now to the East, where the race for the district's top post is heating up, with both fresh faces and veteran candidates vying for the opportunity to represent their home constituency. Our Matthew Martinborough is on the grounds.
Well, Raven, it's been a relatively slow day at the polling stations in the East Grand Bahama, like Walter Parker Primary School right behind me. But since the morning and early afternoon hours, there has been a steady, slow pace of voter turnout that has been coming in. However, speaking with some of the voters, they are very optimistic about the future of their constituency.
I expect for some younger, brighter minds, it's good to have other people in the community, other than the government, looking out for you in your communities because they be on the ground, they see what's happening.
This time of the voting election, there's things to be done in the constituency, and so we need those men who are going to take that position to step up and do the work that is needed to be done.
So far, I'm happy with what I see. It's a smooth process, and again, this is in High Rock, and so everyone appears one. And so far, from what I've seen, I'm very optimistic of the outcome.
For person to person, know that this gentleman over here, he have a keen sense of professionalism, and he'll be an outlet to this Eastern community.
East Grand Bahama candidate Rashard Adley arriving at the polls early. He promises to be an active representative if elected.
Our message is to let you know that we are on the ground. We are approachable. We are the ones that you should choose for this elected day. We are not ones that are going to sit behind the desk and you never see. I live here, I eat here, I sleep here.
Throughout the big day, some presiding officers say as far as issues are concerned,
No, we've had no issues with the ballot box at all. Surprisingly, a lot of them voted with their voter's card, so that was good. The persons who came, they were very professional and very excited to vote.
Well, with time winding down until all the ballots have been counted, East Grand Bahama is very eager to know who is their elected representatives. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough. Back to you at the desk, Raven.
Thank you for that, Matthew. Well, moving on now to Central Grand Bahama. Polling divisions 3 through 7A were held at Sister Mary Patricia School. Divisions 11A and 13A took place at Lewis Yard Primary, while divisions 8, 9, 12, and 14 were held at St. George's High School, where our J. Philippe is stationed.
The race in Central Grand Bahama is also expected to be fierce, with the likes of new candidates in local government as well as incumbent council members. Voters came out as early as 8 a.m. to mark an X to their preferred candidate of choice.
She's very caring and she loves community work.
I voted for Marco Carey and Precious Prosper.
I voted for Ashley and Sanders.
Polling stations for Central Grand Bahama were set up at St. George's High School, Sister Mary Patricia Junior High, and Lewis Yard Primary. Offering herself for the first time is Shakara Jones.
I've already been in a situation on the other end of the playing field, so I'm putting myself out there for most people that would have wanted the opportunity but never was avoided the opportunity in the beginning. So with me putting myself out there, I feel like I could do more than the norm, because I'm like I said, I'm very much so passionate about serving the community and making sure that at the end of the day what's needed to be done is done.
The duo of Precious Prosper and Marco Carey make up team moving forward together.
As a candidate, I offer, along with Mr. Carey's experience, I offer a fresh new face, vision. I'm community-driven.
Michelle Sanders was not successful in the 2022 local government elections. However, Sanders believes this time around she's ready and prepared to come out on the winning end.
Some of my initiatives are healthcare initiatives for young and old, a community center in Sunrise Subdivision and Wellington, of course. And most of all, we want to put bathrooms on those community parks. And most importantly, we want to fix the roads in Bahama and bring street lights.
This voter shares exactly who her horses are in the race.
Well, I'm supporting Marco Carey and Miss Prosper.
Now, overall, there was a total of 5 candidates that offered themselves for local government in Central Grand Bahama. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks, Jay. Now in Pine Ridge, residents braved early morning weather conditions to ensure the candidate of their choice can represent them at the community level. Our Cleopatra Murphy fills us in from here.
Cloudy skies and rain showers threaten to put a damper on this year's local government election day, as 67 candidates across the island seek to be elected to local government councils across the island. One resident, Cindy Patrice Daxton Knowles, shares why it's important for her to cast her ballot.
And I really think that local government plays a very important role when it comes to helping the community. So it's a good thing.
At Tabernacle Baptist Academy, officials reported low voter turnout, possibly the result of the rain, something that was consistent across various polling stations. At St. Paul's Methodist College, first-time local government voter Alberta Miller shares why she decided to vote this time.
I think Ginger, she is doing great, and she is wonderful, and I feel like they can do better. They can support us more once we support them.
ZNS News caught up with Pine Ridge candidate Ernie Barr, campaigning up to the last minute, who shares his motivation.
We need to get more serious about feeding our people. You know what I mean? I'm big on backyard farming. I have international donors who are willing to donate. So I thought it's fitting to render myself or get myself available to really help people. There's a thriving economy, everyone's struggling, you know what I mean? But if you have connection, why not utilize it?
Voter Lamont Ramming says his choice was clear.
Mr. Edwards is doing very good, looking out for the poor and these things, because people need help, people struggling, people are very hurting, and people are hungry.
At Hugh Campbell Primary School, residents Dorothy Pratt and Cleo Williams share why they are Team Strong.
I live in Regency Park, and I have seen their work, and my mommy always say, your work will speak for you.
I think he's really trying. I really do think he's really trying for Pine Ridge. He may not be you may not see him every day, but I think he's out there doing for what really matters.
Shortly before noon, presiding officer at Pine Ridge Polling Division Number 1, Alana Lindsay, says some 50 people had already voted, that being one of the more active divisions, also factoring in weather. As for how soon results will come,
we do a recount tomorrow, so I'm imagining as early as Monday, Tuesday, if I may, you may have some word as to which direction it's taken.
the unofficial results will be out later this evening. The only question is, who will be the winners? For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy. Back to you in studio.
Well, despite early morning showers, residents in Marcos City were determined to cast their votes, showing up in full force at polling stations across the area. Let's take it now to our Shane Stubbs with the latest on voter turnout in that area.
Well, just before noon, residents began to trickle in slowly but surely to the Marcos City polls as they marked their X next to their desired candidate. Now, for one presiding officer here at Jack Hayward Senior High, they said the voters appeared to be taking the voting very seriously as they desire to see change in their community.
I appreciate that as a citizen of this country, to see that people are taking this business serious. They are focused and they came to do what they came to do.
With 5 candidates vying for the job to represent the constituency of Marcos City, constituents lent their voices as to why local governance is so important in the community. They even went as far as voicing some of the needs they'd like to see met once the winner is decided.
For me, it's a given. And I will be, just like how they help me, I'm helping them. They give assistance where they can, as much as they can.
These are the people who are going to represent your community, who are going to enhance your community. And I prefer to have a voice as opposed to not have a voice.
For Marcos City, we need a little bit more lighting. There are 1 or 2 streets where we have vehicles moving too fast. It's a possibility to ask the local candidates to put a speed bump there. And then, as usual, we would like to see the parks, pay a little bit more attention to the park.
According to candidates Belina Malone and Dimitri de Gregory, they've been visibly active around the constituency, helping the youth with various programs. For them, being selected as a local government representative is not just another title, but another step forward in their ongoing mission to uplift and empower their fellow constituents.
I am really big on the children and the programs and bringing that back, because I feel like now children are really raising themselves, and I feel like they're being robbed of the opportunities that we had. We also work one-on-one, hand-in-hand now as I speak, every day afternoon programs, helping with projects, homeworks. I see the more need for that.
I'm born and raised in Marcos City. I've been in Marcos City for 30 years. I've seen the problems and the changes. I know what we need because I live and reside in this community. I work in the community and reside in Marcos City, so I see everything firsthand.
Now the candidates will wait on pins and needles as they await the official results. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs. Back to you at the desk.
And still to come.
Officials on the islands of Abaco and Bimini share insights on today's local government election. Stay tuned, that's coming up in the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition returns.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
The Ministry of Youth is inviting all unemployed youth between the ages of 17 and 25 to join its Fresh Start program. Training choices include carpentry and electrical, welding, hospitality, IT, computer fundamentals, sales and cashing, OSHA, and Bahama Host. To apply, visit the Ministry's office at the Regent Center East or call 351-6667 for more information.
Welcome
to the new era of home improvement. Third Dimension is back and better than ever. Discover our latest products and services designed to transform your space. From innovative designs to cutting-edge technology, we've got it all. Your dream space is just a call away. Our team is here and ready to serve you, making your experience better than ever. Visit us today on Yellow Pine Street and see why Third Dimension is your go-to for all things home improvement.
Apostles Tony and Ann Grant and the members and followers of A Call to Holiness Ministries Agape House invite you to our Glory Sunday celebration this Sunday, January 26th, beginning at 9 a.m. Come join us as we hear from the throne of God concerning 2025. You don't want to miss this glory experience. That's Glory Sunday, this Sunday, 9 a.m. at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Family Island Administrator for North Abaco, Grand Key, Grange, Turtle Key, and mainland Abaco, Stephen Wilson, says the local government elections on that northern island was won without incident. Wilson anticipates that by the end of the day, more than 80% of the registered voters would have cast their ballots.
At the moment, I'm in Grange, Turtle Key, where we've had thus far, I'm advised, over 100 persons who have voted thus far. I think we have about a little over 300 persons, voters on the list, on the voters registration list. But it's going very well. We've had similar numbers in Foxtown, where we call in division number 2, and there in Grand Key, I'm advised that we're having a similar turnout in all of the areas that we're having elections today.
He further described the preparations for the local government elections and stressed that all the necessary preparations were made in order to accommodate the voters.
Absolutely not. Everything is going smoothly. All of the agents, all of the agents are in place. All of my presiding officers and poll workers, they are all present. And so we also have the presence of the police at all of the polling stations. We are making our rounds. My assistant returning officers, along with myself, we're making our rounds to all of the stations to ensure that everything is in order.
Local government elections recount will take place at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning at the various recount centers. City of Freeport District, Central Grand Bahama constituency takes place at the Administrator's Office, National Insurance Building. East Grand Bahama constituency, Pine Ridge and Marco City constituency will be conducted at the Pro Cathedral of Christ the King Hall on Pioneers Way. Meanwhile, the East Grand Bahama District Recount Center will take place at St. Nicholas Anglican Church Hall in High Rock. The Western District Recount Center will be held at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium, and the Sweetings Key District at Travelers Rest Restaurant in Sweetings Key. Once again, the local government elections recount all begins at 9 o'clock a.m. Well, stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, will be back after this break.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 58-inch TV from Security Depot or a great game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Attention, pizza lovers. Are you hungry for an incredible deal? Pizza Hut Freeport has just what you need with our unbeatable Hut deal. Get a medium, 1-topping pizza, 5 seasoned breadsticks, and 2 refreshing 20-ounce sodas. All for just $15.30. The Hut deal is perfect for satisfying your craving without breaking the bank. Great taste, great value for just $15.30. Call Pizza Hut at 352-9191.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
Welcome back. In news from the court, a 43-year-old man appeared in court in Eid Maroc this morning facing charges of arson. Christian Dante Sicolella is accused of setting his parents' house on fire in Dedsman's Reef on Sunday, January 19, 2025. You may recall that Sicolella was featured on ZNS last week after being shot twice in the body. During the court hearing today, he was remanded to Sandilands Rehabilitation Center for treatment and evaluation. He will remain there until his next court appearance on March 13, 2025. In more news from the courts, take a look at this screen. This man, Darren Fowler, was caught red-handed stealing copper wire from one of BTC's substations. He, along with another individual, Trevor Forbes, who is not shown in the video, had their day in court this week where they were formally charged. The two men were caught on January 19, 2025 with copper wire valued at an estimated $61,000. Officials say this was the cause of a brief disruption in cell phone service over the weekend. Following a police investigation, Fowler and Trevor Forbes were charged with 2 counts of stealing and 1 count of causing damage in Freeport Magistrates Court. Fowler pleaded guilty to all 3 charges and was sentenced to 3 years on each count of stealing. The sentences will run concurrently. Now, Trevor Forbes pleaded not guilty to 1 count of stealing and was granted bail in the amount of $6,000. The matter was adjourned to March 7th for the start of a trial. Well, it is time now for a look at the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Welcome to the new era of home improvement. Third Dimension is back and better than ever. Discover our latest products and services designed to transform your space. From innovative designs to cutting-edge technology, we've got it all. Your dream space is just a call away. Our team is here and ready to serve you, making your experience better than ever. Visit us today on Yellow Pine Street and see why Third Dimension is your go-to for all things home improvement.
See what the Lord has
Apostles Tony and Ann Grant and the members and followers of A Call to Holiness Ministries Agape House invite you to our Glory Sunday celebration. This Sunday, January 26th, beginning at 9 a.m. Come join us as we hear from the throne of God concerning 2025. You don't want to miss this glory experience. That's Glory Sunday, this Sunday, 9 a.m. at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop.
ETP is a full-service personal protection and hazmat product provider. We're one of the largest stockers of these type of hazmat equipment in the Caribbean. Whether you're a carpenter or a plumber, a mechanic, those who work in the industrial sector, dealing with oil and gas, chemical products and industry, we have products here to keep you safe on the job. We're located right in the mechanical engineering compound on Queens Highway and the building 12B here on Queens Highway, right across from Bradford Marine. We're open Monday through Friday from 7:45 until 5, and on Saturday from 8 until 12. The phone number is 829-5598.
Hey, are you ready to transform your body, feel amazing, and maybe win $1,000 cash? Everywhere around this time, people set goals. They want to lose weight, they want to build muscle, and they end up stuck in a cycle of starting and stopping, and after a while, their motivation just fades. But good news, the problem isn't you, it's lack of a clear plan and accountability. And that's why I created the Transformation Challenge. So forget about fad diets, endless trial and error, and sign up for programs that leave you to figure it out all alone. Join our proven system with over 4 years of experience and seeing results. Some people losing up to 40 pounds in just 12 weeks. When you join, you're getting more than just a program. You're getting a community dedicated to your success. With everything from weekly check-ins, weekly Zoom calls, coaching calls where we inform you diet, exercise, support you as well. You get 20% off coupons in the store, 6 of them total for the whole challenge. And you also get a chance to win $1,000, all for just $49.99. So this is your chance now to achieve your dream body and win $1,000 cash. Scan the QR code or go to shopfitnessconnection.com to sign up now and secure your spot. Come transform with us.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot or a game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo Street Side Pizzeria.
2 enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, optimism abounds coming out of the government sit-down with officials of the Doctors Union. Find out what progress was made to ease tensions. Also, a 5-year dream turns into a $1 million reality for a community activist. And welcome to the Year of the Wood Snake. Chinese culture is set to mark another new year of beliefs, traditions, and taboos. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, indication from the Labor Minister that we could be near an end to that stalemate between doctors and the government, which last week led those healthcare professionals to take some critical action. Corval Python reports on what the parties need to do now to reach that breakthrough.
Labor Minister Pia Glover-Rule sounding hopeful that a breakthrough in negotiations with the doctors' union could be on the horizon. Once at an impasse, the minister says talks resumed Wednesday evening.
Happy to have them back at the table. Conversation continues. We made some progress. We have some other items that we're still working on, but I'm hopeful. We're both hopeful. The union, I think I can speak on their behalf this morning to say we're all hopeful that we will have a resolution very, very soon.
Last week, those junior doctors in the public health care system participated in a 2-day sick-out led by the Trade Union Congress. An injunction from the courts brought those actions to a halt, but the doctors have shown no signs of letting up on their demands. There are 3 issues in particular of concern for them: health insurance, and the finalization of their agreements. But the sticking point remains clocking in, timekeeping, and neither side appears to be willing to fall on its sword.
We can't continue to allow a grouping out of thousands of other employees in that same system to not do what is policy, what is stated in policy, a policy that they all signed when they signed their policy document. So we're also wanting to include it in our industrial agreement.
While clocking in is a policy, it is one that Glover-Rule says has historically not been adhered to by junior doctors in the public service, though she herself seems uncertain as to how this practice became a habit. She is, though, certain it must not continue.
I have not. I understand the doctors' unions and where they are with that particular policy. But there is, again, I say, the process of accountability. Now we have to make sure we're bringing our public service in line with the policies. We are also in this simultaneously reviewing policies because some policies may not make sense or may be antiquated. So let's fix it. Let's not ignore it.
There's a lot of hope, but without hard deadlines. When asked when she hopes this matter could be resolved, the best the minister could tell us is very soon. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Python.
Well, an upcoming concert waging a war between local musicians unions after 13 years in prison. Jamaican dancehall artist Vibes Cartel is set to hit the local stage on March 29th. But some entertainers are up in arms about the process of allowing international acts to perform in the Bahamas, arguing that they receive preferential treatment while charging exorbitant fees, creating very little for the local economy. The issue has led to a fallout between the Bahamas musicians and entertainers union and others. The Labor Minister had this to say on the issue.
The Bahamas Musicians Union had an election and the other unions put forth some issues with the election. Issues were researched and found to be invalid, and therefore the Bahamas Musicians and Entertainers Union election was certified.
According to the minister, the BMEU has historically been the body making decisions regarding permits and protest for visiting acts. And while there is discord among some of the artists' unions, she's calling on those concerned to talk it out.
The conversation has to continue. When we come to a place of contention and we move away from the conversation, nothing can be solved. In order for us to come to a place of resolution, everybody has to continue the conversation. And the conversation isn't always easy, but it has to be had in order for us to find resolutions.
It's a ballpark figure, but Immigration Minister, the Honorable Alfred Sears, has pegged the number of people seeking regularization as citizens of the Bahamas to the thousands. But he says the government has implemented several new measures to expedite that process with the added help of technology.
The young people who have been socialized, educated in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and we take this constitutional responsibility very seriously. We've been processing those applications very expeditiously.
Sears, who was responding to a question posed by Killarney MP Dr. Hubert Minnis, added that there were some concerns about the immigration process going online that are being resolved.
Thousands of applications which were in the possession of the Immigration Department were put in storage. And persons who had applied, coming back to the Immigration Department, would find that their application was not online. Some were asked to submit applications again. It was a source of genuine frustration. In February of last year, we made a decision to establish a dedicated group of immigration officers to do every day scan all of those files which are in storage so that we would have the digital copies of those files and they could be migrated to the online system.
Meantime, the updated Foreign Services Bill passed in the lower chamber Wednesday sees the establishment of the Al Ray Ramsey Institute of a training division of the ministry named after a young Foreign Service officer who was reportedly on break in Turin back in 2019 when his lifeless body, as well as that of fellow Bahamian Dr. John Blair, were pulled from a river. While voicing the concern of his constituents, Killarney MP Dr. Hubert Minnis questioned why the institute bears Ramsey's name when many other Bahamians, George Stewart, Missouri Sherman, Beverly Whitfield, have contributed to the local Foreign Service.
George Stewart has a library which is named after him. There was a ceremony maybe 2 years ago, because of his contribution to Law of the Sea. So there is a library. As you know, a purpose-built building is in the process of design work. It's very fundamental, but the idea is eventually that there'll be a proper library, but there is a library now. If you come to the ministry, you will see that there's a library which is dedicated to George Stewart. And he, as I said in my own presentation earlier today, he was really an important contributor to the development. I would say the same thing about Mrs. Whitfield. Certainly there's an honor which must come to her. There's no question about that. But in the circumstances of all the younger people who form the cohort that the parliamentary secretary spoke about, we felt that it was necessary to give some support to their aspirations, that you don't have to reach advanced age.
Coming up, foam turns a dream into reality. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report, there's more news in a moment.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
KFC Value Box for just $9.95. Crunch your KFC craving with a KFC Value Box for just $9.95. Get a piece of our golden fried chicken, crispy fries, cheesy mashed potatoes, 3 juicy all-white meat nuggets, a buttery biscuit, a sweet dessert biscuit, and a 16-ounce soda, all for just $9.95. Now that's a deal. Big flavor, bigger value, and always KFC. Finger licking good.
Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC wherever your journey takes you.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
Hello?
You guys had anything to eat as yet? Y'all know Christmas just gone and it's the rock.
All right, but y'all let me working all day, but what we gonna eat?
If we was by the mall, we could go by Wendy's and get the Dave special for $5.
Yeah, but you do know that the Dave's deal is now actually nationwide, right?
Wait, let's go get with Beach right there. Let's go.
All right.
News is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Well, you're looking at a shot of University Drive near the country's premier tertiary institution, the University of the Bahamas. Welcome back. Local government elections done for the day, but officials accept there's more work to be done. Lloyd Allen takes it from here.
Local government elections are now complete, and responsible for Family Island Affairs, the Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, is sharing a bit more about how the elections took place today.
Yeah, so we're here in Spanish Wells now. Myself, along with Minister Lundy, the Member of Parliament for Bimini, Kingsley Smith, traveled to Bimini, South Andros, Governor's Harbor, as well as here in Spanish Wells to view the process and to see how it was going. We also got reports from Abaco, Grand Bahama, Harbor Island, where the elections were more contentious, where people were really excited about the whole process. But for the most part, they went without any hiccups. The people are interested in what local government is about. And I think what's exciting for me is that this new council will be a part of the new Local Government Act. And that's what's exciting for us at the ministry, at the Department of Local Government, because we will see really how transformational the legislation is, where they can raise funding. I think you'll see a lot more development. And I think during the next election, you'll see a lot more interest because people can really feel as if they can do a lot more with their communities.
And speaking about development, Minister, you talked about family islands, and also here with us is the Minister of State from the Office of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Leon Lundy. Mr. Lundy, obviously many persons taking part in the elections today. How important are these elections to continue to develop family islands?
Well, definitely these elections are very important. Today is really important because it gives the community a chance to come out and vote for their candidate who they feel will carry on the development of the community. Definitely for us in government, we carry the heavy lifting with the infrastructural projects, but they definitely carry the small projects throughout the island that counts a lot more, a lot of the parks and a lot of the community projects that really benefit each and every one of the citizens.
Well, Makusha, these elections will continue throughout the night as they will count those ballots, giving us more updates as the days progress. Reporting here from Spanish Wells for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. In other news this evening, an Arawaki vendor outraged over the closure of his popular seafood and steakhouse. Desmond Saunders has all the details in this next report.
The closure notice placed on the establishment from environmental health inspectors citing numerous infractions, including rodent activity. The notice also directing owner Alonzo Bruno Menes to cease and desist all activities immediately until the establishment has been inspected and approved by a food and safety officer.
According to my staff and customers, they said that they saw roach drop-ins, which they never showed us anything. The staff nor I saw anything. And said that, and guess the case, if it was that, give me a citation and say, well, these things need to be rectified, and we would have followed up with that.
No. Health inspectors also giving the owner 14 days to present a current business license, conduct a comprehensive pest control program, remove toxic chemicals from food areas, and provide hot running water at all times. Ben is not bothered at all by the work of inspectors, which he feels is necessary, but has this lingering concern.
My contention is that they came here with an agenda, a personal agenda. They have almost 35 stalls in Arawaki. And if the Ministry of Agriculture is in conducting a health on all of the stalls, environment, why don't you go from the east to the west and inspect all? Why do you just come to one?
They are the authorities, and if they come to do their job, I think you should have a easy go with them.
With 13 employees, the restaurant owner says he's prepared to make the necessary changes after that grilling inspection. At the end of it all, he wants equity and justice, but more importantly, a clean and conducive environment for all his patrons.
If whatever infraction they said, which we still don't know about infraction, which I don't even think that there's infraction. And if there is, we will rectify the problem.
Now, Bruno's Seafood and Steakhouse has been in existence for 30 years out here at Arawaki. The owner feels that he's been unfairly targeted by environment officers and plans to reopen his doors to his loyal customers. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Now, we tried to reach officials of the Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority for a comment, but we were unsuccessful up to airtime. Well, the many efforts to keep a clean environment apparently outpaced by the growing number of derelict vehicles. A vehicle removal project resulting in thousands being removed last year from the capital. Yet the problem persists. Vaughn Albury reports from Baintown.
We're here on Kenya Lane, which is off Palima Street and off Nassau Street. A beautiful area, quiet area with nice homes, but also now home to derelict vehicles and lots of garbage. Quite unsightly.
We're finding that it's too often that we come back to areas to clean up derelict cars. You know, where are these vehicles coming from? And why are they just placing them on the street, and why aren't persons reporting to us whose vehicles or who would replace these vehicles in certain areas?
According to the Member of Parliament, areas like this present health challenges as well as they are a haven for criminals.
It irks me to see the way we have so many derelict vehicles parked along the streets in persons' yards, and some of the abandoned home and the garbage and fill that we up on our streets. So my job is to see how best we can clean it up, and I want to again thank my colleagues for making it happen.
With more than 3,000 derelict vehicles removed in 2024, Shanti Richardson of the Department of Environmental Health verifies that to date, a number of persons are before the courts, and this year, offenders face stiffer penalties.
You will be prosecuted, number one. Number two, if you are found guilty, then you will either be fined or financial fine, or if you fail to comply even after that, then the possibility of imprisonment.
He is supported by the Minister for the Environment, Vaughn Miller. He promises that the practice of offenders using whom they know to evade responsibility now stops at his desk.
If the buck ends with me, it's no use knowing me. We must take a zero-tolerance approach. I'm tired of this.
The 188 vehicles will be taken to the disposal vehicle site, dismantled, crushed, and processed for scrap metal export. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Vaughn Albury.
Well, on a lighter note, shovels hit the ground this morning, marking what many hope to be a turning point for families devastated by violent crimes. Families of all murdered victims or Foam broke ground on its 2-acre property west of Bacardi Road. Foam founder Candy Gibson says the new $1 million shelter and housing project is designed to provide stability for all in need.
First of all, I want to give God all the honor, glory, and praise. You know, all I know is I had 2 brothers murdered, and their children needed help. And I know once we were going through this, other person would have been going through the same thing me, my mom, and my family members felt. But God took it beyond just helping murder victims. He took it housing. He took it domestic violence. He took it to sheltering, you know.
Foam's groundbreaking comes as the country closed off the year with 119 homicides, placing the Bahamas 8th in the region. The goal is to create a safe space where families can begin the healing process after a loss.
This burden is not easy, and so I want to say God is good, and advocacy do work in this country, and remain faithful and fruitful to God and watch God do it. He said, at least you do unto them, you do unto me.
There's more to come when the National Report returns.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
In the Bahamas, we're connected by more than just our islands. Now we're connected by Sand Dollar. It moves with you across many digital wallets. It doesn't matter if you use Bank of the Bahamas, Cash and Go, Island Pay, Canoe, Mobile Assist, MoneyMax, Suncash, or Omni. Sand Dollar, one currency and many wallets. It's inclusive, convenient, secure, and uniquely Bahamian. Embrace the future. Available for everyone on all Bahamian digital wallet apps.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this brings great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Chinese New Year is still a few days off, but officials here are starting the celebrations early. And in the mix is our Devontae Hanna. Devontae?
Well, Dasha, how we're sure the winter. At this moment, we're celebrating the Chinese Lunar New Year here at the Margaritaville Resort. It's the year of the snake that symbolizes the longevity. At this moment, I'm not going to struggle too much with the Chinese. I actually have the ambassador from the People's Republic of China here, Her Excellency Yan Xiaorong. Ambassador, I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about, what is going to happen here tonight.
Okay. First of all, can I extend, festival greetings to all the ZNS viewers and all the ZNS workers.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for celebrating this Spring Festival together with us. You see that today it's really a reception of joy, a reception of reunion, because Spring Festival, it's like corresponding to Bahamas Christmas. It's our most important festival of the year. So it's a festival for a reunion, a family reunion, and it's a festival for the best dishes with the family, and also with gala performance, culture performance, and also with all kinds of fun for the year, for relaxation. So it's a festival for reunion. So it's also today, as I said, it's symbolizes also a unity of the big China-Bahamas, family.
Yes, and I know you spoke a lot about, unifying China and the Bahamas. Of course, we're not going to be able to talk a lot about that, but we know that the relationship between both countries remains strong.
Yeah. The relations between our two countries really enjoy very great momentum in recent years. And tonight, you can see it's a blend of culture exchanges. You can see that Chinese, especially me, dancing the Fox-Killian, Junkanoo parade. Yes. And also you see the Bahamians, performing martial arts. And later on, they will also perform Chinese poems, sing Chinese poems, and all the things. So it's a perfect blend. And also, as I said, China Spring Festival has been listed in the list of intangible cultural heritage of UNESCO. And Bahamas Junkanoo was also enlisted in the UNESCO's intangible list.
Right.
And so we should the cultural exchanges and mutual learning is always something that we're promoting.
Yes, and that's what we're doing here. We're exchanging culture. You can see where there's a demonstration of martial arts. We had some dragon dances. It's going to be a pretty exciting night. There was a raffle.
And the top secret is that we will have members of Saxon Superstars later on. Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ambassador. Well, for right now, we're in a celebration mode. Again, as I said, it's the Chinese New Year. But from here at Margaritaville, I'm going to send it back to you in studio, Makashla.
Well, thanks, Devontae. While Devontae soaks up all the best of Chinese culture, we're going to check in with LaDawn and Desmond to see what's coming up in Access Now, guys.
Well, Makashla, I don't know about you, but we're going to be eating good in the neighborhood. At Applebee's has officially opened at the Fusion Superplex. I know, Desmond, you're excited about that, right?
Well, excited. I understand they have some great menu options.
Some pretty good menu options.
Pretty good menu
I know you're
options.
on that diet. We're on our diet plan this year. So, gotta eat healthy, right?
We're going to choose wisely.
Well, stay with us. The National Report returns after the break.
What you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. Yeah, bro. Special on all the large one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, that included, but
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a TV from Security Depot or game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left. Pizza. A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars. Pizza.
That does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Bahamas, are you ready? 2025! Keep the Bible Live Music Group present KB. Why you don't know me yet? KB and friends. The Boatman Show.
All you Rankin Scrape lovers out there, Saturday, February 1st, Keep the Bible Live Music Group invites you out to enjoy some Bahamian culture.
With Cadet.
KB and Friends in concert, The Boatman Show.
Saturday, February 1st at the Farm, Marshall Road.
Can't wait to see you there.
The legendary KB and Friends. Your Saturday, Sweet Emily, Blanc, Gino D, Colin McDonald, Irish Store in the Spank Man, The Falcons, Ancient Man, Mama D, Shine, 242 and more.
KB and Friends in concert at the Farm, Saturday, February 1st.
Tickets on sale at the Beauty Shack. Low location, General 50, VIP 80. And for the Platinum fans, exclusive skyboxes are available. Gates open at 7 p.m. For more info, call ESC Distributors at 394-0819. Let's keep the vibe alive.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, that is good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
Dog owners, listen up. Owning your furry friend takes a great deal of responsibility, and a part of being responsible means that you must ensure your beloved pet is registered.
It is by law that all dogs 3 months in age in this country must be licensed and registered. Now, the registration is to be done on an annual basis, so it's valid between the 1st of January until the 31st of December.
That's Senior Veterinary Officer Dr. Suzette Lynn, who adds that dog owners can face a hefty fine of $250 for not complying with the law. She further notes that a part of registering your dog means that you've ensured that they've received the proper annual health care requirements.
As a responsible animal owner, to have your dog's license, the dog's vaccinations must be up to date. Meaning the regular dog viral disease vaccines, they must be done.
Dr. Lynn also is encouraging you to familiarize yourself with the Animal Protection and Control Act to avoid further run-ins with the law.
Now, it is against the law for your dog to, first of all, roam the streets. It is against the law for the animals to go into someone's yard to defecate and urinate. It is against the law for your dog to be howling all night long because, you're disturbing the peace. And all these infractions, there are fines on the books.
So how can we ensure that our dogs are properly registered?
Persons can come to the Department of Agriculture on Gladstone and Munnings Road. Now, we are located upstairs of the National Training Center. There's an application form that can be picked up from the Department of Agriculture. For those dogs who are spayed or neutered, there is no charge. Now, if your dog is not spayed or neutered, of course, the charge is $11 or $10 plus $1, 10% VAT. So the total is $11.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Free dental care hits Exuma. The details straight ahead.
Applebee's officially opening its doors at Fusion. We'll tell you more.
Plus, youngsters gearing up for the annual Junior Junkanoo Parade.
And coming up in sports, action heating up in the private schools basketball season.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Beautiful Thursday. Good evening. I'm Desmond Saunders.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Well, Desmond, we have like a few more days to go before Junior
Junkanoo. Everybody is so riled up and prepared for Junior Junkanoo. Some big features this year for that parade.
I think it's about 27 schools from here in New Providence, and I think Junior Junkanoo will be, I think Grand Bahama is the next stop for the Family Islands.
Yes.
So yeah, they're going to be busy for the next
What I like about the whole thing is how we have now the integration of Junior Junkanoo into the school's curriculum. So that's even more exciting.
So it's going to be like in mathematics, they're going to make it fun in literature, social studies. They're going to have to make it more fun for the students to actually be a part of our cultural expression.
Right, some good stuff, and you'll hear more about it. Let's dive straight into the news for you this evening. An Oregon-based nonprofit organization is giving the gift of clean, repaired, and in some cases, completely transformed teeth to Bahamians, and at no cost. Daniel Dean followed the group of dentists from New Providence to Exuma and filed this report.
Experiences shape altruism, and for nonprofit organization Great Shape, that experience came in the form of witnessing the loss and strife suffered in the aftermath of 1988 Hurricane Gilbert's wrath on Jamaica. The Category 3 tropical cyclone accounted for some 45 deaths. Nearly 40 years later, and that selflessness has brought Great Shape to the Bahamas, where for the very first time it has set up its free dental care operation. Qualified dentists from all ends of the globe provide essential dental care to Caribbean nations, expecting nothing in return. According to a 6-year volunteer with Great Shape, the dentists are restoring dignity with each procedure.
Yesterday there was a woman that came in and her filling was pretty broken down on her front tooth, and I was able to fix that for her, and she just had the biggest smile walking out, which was amazing. And then this morning there was a little boy that had come in. He was taken out of school because he was in a lot of pain.
She proudly removed the 2 problem teeth, even recalling repairing the cracked front tooth of a boy who was bullied because of the issue.
It felt really, really good to help them out, and it was like all by chance that like he came on the perfect day that I was here to help.
Resident Ian Gray also visited for an extraction. The procedure Dr. Leanne Skoronsky said is amongst the most complicated.
It helps, persons who don't really have the funds to go on another island to get the help they need. So, it helps us.
It's a first come, first serve basis, but everything we are doing is completely free. So whether we are doing a cleaning, whether we're doing a filling, whether we're taking a tooth out, like all of that is 100% covered. We are here this weekend, next week, and we are here when the plane gets in, so I think it's around 8 o'clock, and then we're here till about 3:45.
With a never-ending mission to save smiles, the nonprofit hopes to make a return to the Bahamas soon. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Another popular U.S.-based franchise making waves here in the Bahamas, and it's already the second busiest of all locations. Diane Dorset has a story.
It's a sports bar on steroids that happens to sell food, and sell good food at that.
Applebee's, the internationally loved neighborhood bar and grill, has officially opened at Fusion Superplex. Customers were already enjoying the experience from late last year, but this week marks its formal introduction to the Bahamas. Director of Operations, Rayford Raming, shared how things are going since they've opened.
So far, it's been overwhelming to say the least. The volumes are the highest in the world next to Times Square. There's only one Applebee's in the world that is doing more volumes than this Applebee's right here.
The restaurant's casual, family-friendly vibe has already made it a hit with customers, and those at Fusion Superplex see Applebee's as the perfect addition to its growing list of attractions. Donald Roberts, one of the vice presidents at Applebee's parent company, Dine Brands Global, said he's excited to bring the Applebee's experience to Nassau.
I think that the menu itself is very festive, and I believe that the menu is 100% authentic to what we have on our base menu, but we also have a few custom items that have been customized to meet and exceed the expectations of the Bahamian culture.
Applebee's has created over 150 jobs, and with this extensive menu, signature cocktails, and welcoming environment, it promises to become a staple in the Bahamian dining experience. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Well, it's all systems set for the 2025 Junior Junkanoo Parade. LaDawn Davis has more.
Students from some 27 schools are all set and ready to showcase the art of Junkanoo through flamboyantly colorful costumes, music, and dance at this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade next week, Thursday, on Bay. With 8 of those schools making a triumphant return to the big dance for a chance at Junkanoo glory and bragging rights for the whole year. Chairman of the National Junkanoo Committee, Warren Pinder, says bridging the gap between culture and education stakeholders contributed to the uptick in numbers.
And we have more participants. The principals have been on board, especially in the Family Islands. We've, from the NGC perspective, we've been going out and holding workshops and seminars, and we've found that the actual teachers and principals have been attending. So, it's the same thing as here in New Providence, that, they have actually expanded and they want their kids to actually participate.
But while this is relatively good news, Pinder says the nearly $260,000 acquired in seed funding is still not enough to keep the parade going.
Help. We need sponsorship. With carpet bombs, as I said, we need their participation in Junior Junkanoo. We welcome any corporate sponsors to come forward and assist, even if it's your school, adopt a school.
Despite a public appeal for financial assistance, Pinder says those attending this year's parade can still expect to see a glimpse of the future.
They're going to see the perseverance and preservation of Junkanoo in the lights of, through the eyes of young persons. A lot of people cannot imagine, but Junkanoo is unique in the sense that we use crepe paper to paint a picture. Nowhere else in the world will you find that form of art. And then it's celebrated. It's brought to life.
Showtime for this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade starts at 6 p.m. sharp.
Well, still to come, find out all about the upcoming SHIFT conference. That story and more when Access Now continues.
Lights, camera, action. Students, a part of the Technical Cadet Corps in C.R. Walker Senior High School of Journalism, recently got first-hand experience behind the scenes of the Battle for Atlantis live video production courtesy of Canadian company Ross Video.
I was able to see how the different controls work, and I was also able to learn the new terminologies, and it just gave me a great inside look of what goes on behind the scene, and I'm a curious person by nature, so this is really interesting for me, had me on my toes. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. They showed us how the reruns work, they showed us how commercials and how the graphical communications team work, and I really enjoyed that.
And of course, there were those who made the experience possible.
I think experiential learning, like where the students actually get to come in and really experience the technology, makes a huge difference to their learning. Theoretical, a lot of students don't learn well through theory from standing in the classroom or sitting in the classroom. And so having them come in, experience the technology, see it in action, really makes a difference. We taught them all about the different roles that are carried out in a live production. That was the first thing we did.
We wanted students to understand that what they're studying in the classroom is real life, it's real world, and they got an immersion in the media production area. And for career and technical education, it's hands-on learning. This was a great experience for them. It was a pivotal career transformation for them. Some of them are now looking at it differently and looking at opportunities, and that's what it was intended to do.
For Ed Talk, I'm Adama Williams.
Mini pancake mixes, 32 ounces for $1.99. Seabass chunk tuna, 5 ounces, 2 for $1.89. Fresh pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Pink farm lettuce, $1.99 each. Fresh tomatoes, $1.99 per pound. Every time you shop, you can save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Got a shot of the Betty Kelly Kenning National Aquatic Center, training ground of 6-time defending Carifta swimming champions. Let's take a trip down to the Family Islands. Local government government elections took place today across the country, allowing residents to select their candidates of choice toward continued community development. On Eleuthera, it was no different. Although the process began later than expected there, the goal remains the same.
I ran in the last local government. We were able to get some stuff done. There was a lot of things we didn't get done due to financial problems and, personal problems. But other than that, I'm running again this term again. Hopefully I'll get in again. And we're looking to do some greater improvements for Governor's Harbor. They're also looking to change the Local Government Act where you can raise funds and do some bigger projects this term. So hopefully that gets in place very soon.
Residents don't have to so much depend on central government for getting certain things or going to our member of parliament for getting certain things. And so we just go to our local government board and can get some things sorted out.
We have some disappointments where sometimes we meet and we discuss certain things and they are already approved in Nassau and we only get the end of it. But other than that, I'll say it's very good. It's, it develops the local persons to get involved more in the communities.
Well, it's time now for a live interview, and tonight we welcome Ahmad Rashad Thompson to talk about his upcoming SHIFT conference. Ahmad, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you so much, Ladon. It's great to be here.
So, Ahmad, tell us a little bit about the conference and what can persons who are interested in attending expect?
Absolutely. The SHIFT conference, Ladon, is, first of all, an assignment for me. It's something that God has put on my heart over the last 3 years to put on, to bring people to the realization that leadership is a choice. I believe that we are right now facing a global leadership crisis, and we cannot take for granted that we have the opportunity to affect that crisis, to change it, to impact it, to eradicate it. That will not happen by just having a conversation about leadership or praying about leadership. It's coming from putting people in a room to understand exactly what leadership is and what it's not. And our conference is unique and different in the sense that it is a faith-based leadership conference. So the first thing you will hear, the last thing you will hear is about God. I know him to be true. I know him to be the ultimate leader, and we bring that Christian faith-based leadership to the forefront. We want people to understand that leadership, one, is a choice, like I've said, but it's also a decision you have to make. How do you want your leadership legacy to be defined? What do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to have the opinion of when you have demitted an office or having moved on from a leadership position? Even if you're not in the position of leadership, every one of us has the ability to lead. And this conference puts in the forefront an example of that leadership. We put together people who are in business, who are in corporate Bahamas, who are entrepreneurs, and this year we're doing something different and fresh in the sense that we are inviting the orange economy to our conference as well. Because for so long, people in our community have been chastised and basted for being funny or being disruptive, but now these people, Daskwe, Muskegel, Sawyer Boy, have made a name for themselves globally and nationally, and have taken what we were in problems in high school and made a living out of that. And so we want to put on display, one, Bahamian excellence. Two, the opportunity to show possibility. What is possible in the way of leadership? How can I take my gift and monetize that? How do I take this idea that I have for a business and now make that something that I can actually see come to pass? And so the SHIFT conference is a culmination of all of these things. It's a place where people come to truly go from the point of aspiration to action.
And where and when will the conference take place?
The conference is taking place in 8 days. On next week, Friday, January 31st, 2025, we will be at the Bahama Convention Center, where we will gather to help people to move from, again, that point of wishing and hoping and praying to the point of actual realization, purpose being unleashed.
Ahmad Rashad Thompson. Such a well-known name.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us here on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. And all the best to you and your team for the conference.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports.
BAISS basketball action heating up as they gear up for their playoff push. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Cybersecurity is really a matter of national security. Kill Bahamas is about making sure that every organization in the Bahamas recognizes the importance of, one, being prepared, two, understanding what that preparation looks like, because at the end of the day, we see that as a part of our cybersecurity initiative, and this is why I'm delighted to be hosting this conference. Securing the future. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Alive Business Cybersecurity Summit.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
The Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. And even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. Only at Burger King Nassau.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The BAISS basketball season currently in their playoff push. Less than 10 games remaining on their schedule, and players leaving their literal blood, sweat, and tears on the court. Yesterday, our Eugene Stewart roaming the sidelines over at Queens College in a big matchup and filed with this report.
With less than 10 games left on the schedule for the BAISS senior boys basketball season, yesterday featured a very intense matchup between the Kingsway Academy Saints and the home team, the Queens College Comets. After tip-off, both teams coming out the gate with full force, but the Saints would set the tone early with a 26-23 lead after the first quarter. The Comets looked to use their home court advantage to gain the lead, but Kingsway would not let up as they led 50-44 in the third. Picking it up on offense, the visiting Saints went on an 11-point run in the fourth quarter to close this one out 61-56. Head coach of the Saints, Ricardo Lee, is remarking on the tough victory and the path to success for his group of young men.
Feels pretty good. I always enjoy playing QC. It's always a good camaraderie with them. Let's make sure manage our injuries because we have a lot of injuries. And so just pace themselves, make sure recover well from each game. Just stay consistent, patient, and just to work together as a team.
Small forward Kenyon Johnson, who led the way with 19 points, says that this one is personal and sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
It means a lot. It carries to the playoffs. Last year, getting kicked out the championship, it hurt me a lot, and I'm coming back with vengeance. Just learning from my coach and practice, knowing not to let the pressure get to me and just fight through it. Bringing the championship home, I couldn't bring it home last year. For Regent Smith, I'm doing it for them. Just my teammates, keeping me calm, telling me don't let the pressure get to me.
Comets head coach Ruben Mounts Jr., very optimistic, says that all is not lost.
The game's pretty good. I think they were two evenly matched teams. I think both teams were well coached, well disciplined. They understand the game, and so I could go either way. So this is a pretty good game. But I need my guys to buckle in. I need my guys to, again, get focused. And all of our season's aspirations are still in front of us in terms of getting to the postseason. It's a very competitive league, a fun league. A very competitive league, so we have some disappointments and have some ups and downs, but just stay focused and just keep your goals ahead of us.
Postseason competition for the BAISS junior and senior divisions begin next month. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
That's Look at Your Sports on this Thursday. A check on weather when we return.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot, or a game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo Street Side Pizzeria.
2 entered to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and